He believes that, and so we do in society, that the science are fundamentally hierarchical, and should be so, but he's also trying to say that there should be social justice between the different levels of a hierarchy. So we're not getting rid of hierarchies. So that's, of course, the difference on the what? The realm of freedom and the communism. Okay, very good. Well, alright. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put the picture that goes in here, so that you will not miss it. So here, see, these are the external conditions. External conditions. This is what? This is inheritance of wealth. This is inequality, inequality of opportunity. This is injustice. And what you have to do is, says Durkheim, is you have to eliminate these external inequalities. And so that then there will be a matching of natural talents and social positions. And then you will move to this situation. Natural abilities, social functions. This is the spontaneous division of labour. This is the abnormal division of labour with those external inequalities. Abnormal division of labour. This is the normal division of labour. This is the solidarity. This is conflict. And what is Durkheim saying? He says you've got to get rid of, you've got to have equality of opportunity. And you've got to have social justice. In order to go from the abnormal to the normal. This is the picture that goes in here. Tracy.
It's going to be really mad at this question, but it's kind of...
It's impossible to be mad at you, Tracy.
Go back to what she was saying. How do you remove the external conditions when the internal conditions are what's causing it in the first place? So the natural abilities are what's causing that in the first place. Because some people are naturally better at being a doctor than somebody who's sewing. And they're going to make more money because they have that natural ability. So how do you remove that when that's causing that?
Right. That's the problem.
Okay.
So, yes. So, somebody is talented to be a doctor,
right,
as opposed to be a janitor.
Right. Or they're naturally going to make more money.
And will make more money. That's part of the meritocracy.
Right.
Reward. And therefore, their children, the children of the doctor, may have a little bit more money to feed, to educate their children than the janitor. And therefore, what does have to happen? Society has to compensate for that inequality by creating as much equality of opportunity as possible. That is the project. And that's so incredibly radical.
But you're not removing the treadmill of wealth from heredity. You're just kind of balancing it out.
So how do you balance it out? That's all right. That's how it's fine.
Well, I was going to say kind of the same thing. And like, he talked about like wage being like equivalent to the amount of work put out. But if there's like a need for specific social functions, like it just seems like some people are just screwed, like by natural health. Like
well, they're going to earn less because they're actually doing it. Yes.
So is there like, I guess, like have to take stake in the fact that they belong to something bigger than them?
Yes, that's exactly right. Have to take stake, they belong to something bigger, they'll feel part of a bigger thing, but also what will happen, can you now use your sociological imagination? What sort of society would actually be able to compensate for these inequalities? So we don't want to disadvantage the children of the janitor.
Right.
So how do we avoid that? How do we avoid that? How do we avoid that? Think. Durkheim doesn't tell us, but you've got to think to see how radical this guy is back here.
Well, the one answer that comes to my mind is taxation and redistributing.
Yes, you could, but then it becomes meaningless to have that differential award. Durkheim insists that that differential award is important as a measure of the prestige and standing of these different positions. People will be happy to be janitors because they will feel unity with all, and they will accept that they will earn less, but their children will not be disadvantaged. How can we avoid that disadvantage? Okay, sir. The man's got so much need to be janitor, he's got such much imagination. Yes. Go on, please.
That the kids, the janitors and the kids of the doctors are not incorporated to see themselves as destined to be such and such.
Right. So, are there any examples of this in the world today? Or the world yesterday? Yes.
Did Greece have that one?
Greece?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know if they registered as children, but...
Yeah, in the ancient Greece. Yes. Maybe, but haven't you ever done ancient Greece? Yes, Neil.
One kind of example is the army. There's a guy in my unit who was in civil, but the general abuse the youth around by guys who...
Yes, the army's an equalizing unit, but that's late on in life already, and he'll leave the army, don't worry about it, right?
Well, no, these guys work for big firms.
Big firms somewhere, yeah. He's okay, but no, we have to be early on, Juliana.
Well, the first thing that really came to my mind was when Native American children were put in boarding schools.
Uh-huh.
Like, And the justification for that was like, oh, these women are disadvantaged because they're uncivilized and we're going to help them.
Yes, a civilizing mission. It's not exactly Durkheim's project, but it's the idea that there was a society in the world that actually made a sort of progressive principle was the foundation of that society. Huh? No? Yes? Right? Christy? No? Please, somebody. Yes? Nothing? Yes? Alex is just a guess. Yes? Doesn't a guess? I guess it's China and Soviet Union. Well, that's an interesting case because, of course, what happens in China and Soviet Union? To some extent, of course, the inheritance of wealth, there was inheritance, however, of cultural capital. The educated classes were able to pass on their education. So there were advantages, but it was more like the system than the United States. However, the totalitarian or authoritarian political order that enforced it, that's real close parallel indeed to the Durkheimian project. So there was some genuine equality, more so than, of course, a society like this one. Yes, but what else? Yes,
Well, going up to China one, it reminds me of their Olympic program. In rural areas.
Yeah, so the Chinese are extremely good at in a sort of quite authoritarian way of sort of imposing some sort of equality, so there's equality opportunity. But there's another society which is called Israel. Nicky, what? Have I heard of it? No.
I couldn't think of a word. Everybody had to help me and he didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, well, what do you expect? Yeah. I'm really insulting everybody today. Yes, listen, tell me about Kibbutz.
Just wait for the rest of it.
No? Okay. Thank you. You know about it, yeah?
Kind of.
Let's hear.
There's up there kind of communist everywhere.
Everybody works, your children are taken away and look after. Collectively. Yeah, I mean, Kibbutz have lost its original soul. But it was an amazing sort of utopian project, that too. Small scale society. Yeah, so, I mean, the point is, I'm going to get across to you that this project is an incredibly radical one when you think about implications. Right, Tracy? Yeah, you're not very convinced about it. So but he's actually explicitly advocating the elimination of this parents at will. And he's talking about equality of opportunity, and he's talking about social justice between management and workers. Yes, there still will be hierarchies. And of course, how does it relate to Marx and Engels? Yes, Tina?
The idea of equitability corresponding to the function of basically their whole property of communism.
What?
This is like the basis of their promise of communism that you can do whatever you want with your
Do they think Marx and Engels believe in natural abilities? Do they believe in hierarchies? Do they believe in division of labour? Communism is the what? The abolition of the division of labour, and in the realm of freedom is the development of what? Neil? You're multifaceted abilities, you're not specialising in multifaceted abilities, you're not in a hierarchy. There's no gap between, there's no sort of there's social functions, there's natural abilities. No, we are together relating to one another with a view to developing our riches and abilities. So in some sense, this vision of the future, the radical one, this vision is a radical one, but it's not the communist one. It's not the communist one. What happens to the state here? What happens to the state here, Book 2, Chapter 7, yes, Nick? For who? For Marx and Engels, it withered away. For Durkheim, hands up. Alex, that's true, not us. Yes, figure. So again, there are big differences here. Yes, figure. For Durkheim, it becomes more it regulates and reproduces the social justice equality of opportunity. It ensures that there is a matching of natural and social functions. It ensures the regulation of the division of labour with a view to social justice. Yes, I think it'll be the same way for Marx and Engels, of course, the same way as the way you feel.
Is there kind of a way people actually identify their natural talents?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? As soon as you hear natural talent, who's to say stuff? Who's to say? Who's got certain natural talent? Somebody's got talent to be a doctor as opposed to... No, he has no way. No way. And no, come on, there are many more problems with this. Look. Look. There are natural abilities, and here are social functions. What's he assuming? Let's go there.
There's still a contradiction in the sense that even though there's not this inherent, wealth, there's still this idea that I'm a janitor and my children can do something more, want to be something more.
They don't be getting to be janitors.
Right, but because there's still that hierarchy of functions and positions, my child is still going to want to do those things, and where's my position going to be? I mean, I'm still needed in society as a janitor, or as whatever I am. So that's still contradictory.
Well, no, you will be the janitor and those children will be doctors.
Right, and then everyone will want to be doctors.
No, the point is that it's not everybody. That's exactly the point of that. You've got your finger on the $1 million issue here. Not everybody can be doctors. But Durkheim is assuming. He's assuming what? He's assuming something. You actually got your finger on it there. What is he assuming here?
natural that maybe they can think that it's somehow equated with some natural ability that comes naturally?
Yeah, but what you're assuming is assuming that this gets married.
Well, I was just kind of confused. Was he assuming that there's not going to rise any sort of prestige with them? Because
Well, what's he assuming? He's just looking at these two triangles. What's he assuming?
that they're a match, I guess.
Yes, that they are matched around, yes? That they are matched. But actually, the distribution of functions is the same. So basically, if there are doctors up here, we only need a few doctors. We only have a few doctors needed here, and there are only people with the talents for a few. And, well, in reality, maybe something like this. Most of us may be very talented in society, only very few with lesser talents, and the functions of society may look like this. And what happens then? What happens now? Very good, enemy, struggle, eternal conflict. The question is, how is it that these two are matched? How is it that the two triangles look the same? Well, there's two answers to that question. Either the natural abilities get shifted to fit the social functions, or the social functions get shifted to fit the natural abilities. And you should examine Durkheim to see if he's got an answer one way or the other. But I want to impress upon you very strongly that this is an incredibly radical project. It may not be the fastest one, but what he is asking us to do is eliminate the inheritance of wealth, eliminate the inheritance of social, cultural, and economic capital. He is interested in making social justice between groups, between partners. And the question is, how on earth is he going to get there? How is he going to go from the abnormal to the normal? Marx would say, how? You can only go to revolutionary capitalism and people who own private property are not going to keel over and hand over. No. So what is Durkheim's answer? What is Durkheim's answer to the question how we're going to move from abnormal to normal? See ya.
Change morality.
Yeah. Very good. I think he believes that we will be increasingly infused with a commitment to social justice. And the collective consciousness, weak though it is, will be what will drive from the abnormal to the normal. And it's true that one can argue over the last 150 years in our background society that we have been infused by notions of social justice, and to some extent, with blips along the way, there has been more social justice in society over the last 150 years. Yes, William?
Isn't that something like full circle back to utopian socialism?
Utopian socialist? Of the one that Marx Engels criticizing? Yeah, absolutely. One could argue that this is a sort of utopian socialism. You know, it's based on meritocracy, equality of opportunity, social justice. It's not communism, but it's utopian. And the question that Marx Engels will always pose to Durkheim is how on earth are you going to get there? And Durkheim only seems to be able to say, well, somehow the collective consciousness will force that change. He has no real good answer. But I still want to demonstrate to you that it will persuade you that this is an incredibly radical project. Incredibly radical. You want me to finish going through this? Well, Sasha's got one question and then you'll be free. Hold on. Yes, Sasha. Come to the new section if you want to talk about branching. 4 o'clock, what are you doing?